Hello, welcome back to more Fishtails Adventures. Actually, I think I'm nearing the finish line on this guy. What I did yesterday was went through some of the underside of the playfield. If you saw an earlier video, you would have seen that this coil was one of the pop bumpers. Obviously, it doesn't look too happy. It looks like it's been burnt. The sleeve moves in and out freely enough. So, but still, I wonder if the resistance on that is starting to go. So, I changed that. That is, I didn't have the exact Williams brand coil, but I found a Bally brand, and it's green, and it's the 26-1200. So it actually kind of matches now, which is kind of cool. So that's been done. Then I noticed while investigating that the right pop bumper had a broken metal yoke. So that was this guy here. Changed that guy out. Changed some sleeves while I was at it. Let's see. Where did I throw them out already? Maybe I threw them out. But there's some pretty crusty pop bumper coil sleeves. And then those are the old flipper sleeves. So what I determined was this was the right flipper coil. It's 11630. And it's a perfectly good coil, except it's not the right one. It calls for an 11 FL 11629, which is a little bit stronger. So I changed that to an 11629, and now you can make that long shot up the left orbit all the way to the jackpot shot nice and smooth and clean now. It was a little bit not amazing before, and I didn't notice. I just thought it was just kind of a flipper rebuild would fix that, but it was the wrong coil. This was the left coil. Really nothing wrong with it, and I just because the label is missing doesn't mean anything. The glue wears off and they fall off sometimes. It's okay to not have a paper wrapper on top. But in order to know what the coil is, I measured the resistance. You put your multimeter on ohms, you measure between the lugs, measure between each of the lugs, and I think I was getting around 4 ohms on the one side and 130 ohms on the other side. So then you go over to your coil resistance chart, and you'll see here about 4 ohms and 133 on the other lugs is an FL 11629, which is correct. But I figured just for the sake of resoldering 3 wires, I'd put on I hit the flipper button. Put on a coil that had the wrapper on it, just for OCD's sake. And then I have new plungers, links, and coil stops, and sleeves, and cleaned and adjusted the end of stroke switches. So flipper rebuild is complete, and they are snappy and beautiful. Here's the old coil stops, as usual. They're pretty worn. They're mushroomed in. Edges are a little sharp. So those are garbage. Here's the old plunger and links. You can see they're worn at the end too. They usually have a nice tapered end to them. The taper is completely gone. And also, if you look closely, if camera looks closely, okay, I'm going to type in how to make camera focus into Google and find out, is there a trick? But yeah, look at this link here. That would have gave out in a few more games. You can see light right through it. It's cracked. That was on its way out the door. new plungers and links. What else did I do? Let me look at my list, because I wrote down a couple things. Oh yeah, the topper decal. Huh, well, you can't see that right now, but I was mentioning before that when I LED'd the topper, I assumed that the decal for the topper would block the lights so that they're not in your face. But for some reason, the topper decal on my fishtails was not aligned in such a manner. The LEDs were actually in between the seashells here. The LEDs were here, 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 and here. And the weird thing was there was a bit of adhesive on the right-hand side. So I thought, oh, maybe the decal, like it dog-eared and then somebody just tore it off. So I removed the decal by using freeze spray, upside down compressed air. Just sprayed it and then peeled it off carefully to determine the decal was actually perfectly fine. There was no torn ends. So why was there a little bit of adhesive on the one side? Well, it makes me think that for some reason, at some point, somebody removed the decal and slid it over to the left, leaving a little bit of residue from where it was originally. So I put it back to where it was initially, and now the LEDs are not in your face. They're behind the seashells, so it's much more aesthetically pleasing to the eyeballs. And like I said, my buddy is going to be LEDing the rest of the machine and doing the top side work on the playfield. So you can see the back box is incandescent. That will match the topper soon. And he's going to go with color DMD as well, which is always a great call. It's money very well spent. I've got them in pretty much everything that can accept them in my collection. And let's see. I think that is about it. So, oh, you know what? I also worked on the finicky switch here. This switch here. If you have troubles with this switch on your fishtails, the trick is make sure the switch is exposed on both sides of the switch slot. There's a little bit of switch on here I can touch, and then more switch on the other side I can touch. That prevents the ball from getting stuck right here, which it did. It was actually kind of down that far, and then sometimes it would register and sometimes it wouldn't, and most times it would get stuck there. So it was just someone adjusted it wrong and it was down too far, so the ball could actually just rest there. Now that the switch is there, kind of preventing the ball from getting stuck there, and now it's registering nice too. So I've only played a few test games since I've adjusted that, but right now I'm thoroughly happy with it. Flippers are beautiful and snappy. Everything is coming along nicely finally. All that's really left, other than what he's going to do, is to basically play test it and make sure that everything is playing as it should. I'll just play a crap load of games, which I've already done. That's how I ended up with a big to-do list. But my to-do list is pretty much done. Hey, I heard a ka-ching on my phone again. I sold, it's fun to look. Let's see. My eBay store there. This said Gottlieb. Hello, internet. Okay. How come every time, or the last two times, eBay went ka-ching, it screwed up on me? Okay, forget about that. My phone is just, oh, there's ka-ching again. Are you going to actually work this time? Like, holy shit. It says I sold a, System 80 CPU. An extra one I had. Okay, cool. Well, I guess I got to go to the post office, ship a couple things, but let's forget about all that. we'll put in some balls and just play a quick little teaser game. Obviously, this ain't going to be anything too crazy in terms of gameplay or anything, but this is just a little teaser video mainly for Kevin, if he's watching. If you're watching, getting near the finish line, man. So play a quick little teaser game. Like I said, these flippers, I'm happy with how they turned out. They are, oh, see, there's two right orbit shots that just made it. And, you know, those are really fast shots. And they both registered beautifully. And there's another. But yeah, flippers are nice and strong, nice and symmetrical, nice and snappy. They're just the way I like them. Perfect. But yeah, so I've already got like a few of my boat features lit due to the long cast. Maybe we'll try and get one monster fish as a little tease. Oh boy. Well, I don't want it to be a long game. I just want it to be a teaser game. That's, you know, my excuse for draining so quick. But no, this is perfect. It's going to basically show nothing whatsoever. And that's what a teaser video is, right? Maybe at least one video mode. I'm just going for, oh no. Okay, video mode I think is lit. Can show off the strength of the left flipper now with the correct coil. How it just flies into that saucer now. Let's see if I can make the shot. Oh, a little late. Come on, let me make one shot. Let me make, no, I have to make it. That was way early. Boom, look at that. Okay, here's the torpedo action. Oh, this in color DMD is great. It's fun enough as it is just in regular orange, but get color DMD for sure. Oh, there we go. Okay. And all my lights are now working. My E on lie before was one of those lights on the strand that was dead. So I finally can, I know how to spell lie now. Oh, is this rock the boat? Oh, come on, let me rock the boat a little bit. There we go. 10 million a shot. Uh-oh, 5 seconds left. Let me get rock the boat champ if I had to. Oh no, 1 second left, that's not gonna happen. Alright, I just lit extra ball. For some reason I'm going captive ball strategy. Maybe because I'm just all happy that the long cast is actually now working. Okay, there we go. That actually ain't a horrible score for just messing around. It was a 66 million or something. Yep. Alright, some more play testing games and soon this thing shall be yours, Kevin. Getting close.